Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dr. Bhaskar, and I have something really amazing to share with you all today. During the preparation of any exam, we tend to give a lot of tests, but keeping track of those tests is kind of difficult. What I have for you all today is this Google Sheets page, which has helped me in order to keep track of all the tests which I have given for my own preparation. So, let me explain why this performance tracker, which I have made, helps a lot in tracking our performance. Of course. So first of all, we can see that we have listed out the subject, the date, the type of exam which we gave, and also the other required values which we need. For example, the total number of questions in the test, the number of rights we did, the number of wrong questions we did, as well as things like our rank, number of students, and the special thing about this tracker, this percentage column is not calculated by me, but actually calculated by the Google Sheet itself. For example, if we can provide the total number of questions, rights and wrongs, it is going to calculate the percentage on its own. So that's amazing. Next, similarly, if we can give the value of the rank we received and also the number of students appearing for the test, it can give us the value of the percentile, also the rank, if the same test would have been given by 50,000 people. So what we usually do is that we assume if you get a rank of 100 in 10,000 people, we calculate it as like 500 rank in 50,000 people or 1000 rank in 1 lakh people. But that's not how we should calculate. So here I have incorporated a formula which leads to a better prediction of our rank if that same test would have been given by 50,000 people. So this is the formula which I have written down. Anyways, other than that, you can see that this value has a particular color to it. You can see 0 is having a red color, whereas the highest percentage is having a shade of green. So basically, the more you are towards 100%, the more green the value is going to be, and the worse your exam is, more red will be the color of that percentage. Similarly, you can see that in the rank, if the rank is not that good, it is going to be a tinge of red, whereas if it is very, very good, it will be green. And if you're in top 5, the background is going to change into a black color and the number is going to be highlighted in green. So that explains the top 5. And similarly, same thing goes for rank in 50,000. We can see that the better the rank, more green is the value, worse the rank, more red is the value. Another thing we need to keep track is whether after giving a test, we have actually reviewed the test or not. And sometimes when we are reviewing 300 questions, it's very difficult to finish it in one sitting. So therefore, for example, in suppose one test we have given, there are suppose 200 questions and I have only reviewed 100. So if you write down that I have reviewed 100 questions in this test, automatically the percentage reviewed is going to show 50% and the progress bar is going to fill up for 50%. After suppose I have completed my 200 reviews, automatically this one is going to turn into 100% and the progress bar will complete itself and we can tick mark it here. There is another row for important questions. For example, while reviewing this 200 questions, if you find that, okay, question number 12, 34, 56 are the ones which I need to revise. So you can write that even here. So not only can we track our performance, we can also make sure that we are reviewing our questions. After explaining it to you how this table works, let me show you by filling it up. For example, let me give a test of radiology here. Next thing, the date. I don't need to manually type in the date or write anything. If I double click on this cell, it is going to bring up the calendar. This can be done by using the data validation technique, which is there somewhere here. I am not going into details about how I did this, but anyways, suppose I gave this test today and today is 6th December. So suppose December 6th, even though today is not 6th December. Suppose I gave a test of DAMS grand test. So this one came here. So I don't need to write down and I can make a list of the tests or in whatever kind of test you're giving. And if you want to change this list, you can just go here to into data and change this list here. Suppose if I change this DAMS into something like XYZ, so I can go back to my tracker, change here to XYZ, I can select. So if you want to change the items of this list, just go to data and change it here. All right. Coming back to tracker, after I have given the test, I can click on done, right? Suppose this was a grand test, so there are 300 questions. Suppose I made 200 right and I made suppose 50 wrong. So automatically you can see I am getting a percentage of 63%. Now remember, this is the formula for this calculation. This follows the +4 -1 formula which we use for calculating. Suppose you are giving an AIMS grand test, so you can change this into 4 into 3. So that will change the formula. Similarly, it goes for this one also. You have to change this 4 into 3 if you have to follow the +3 -1 formula which used by AIMS or INICET. Anyways, suppose after that I came to a rank of suppose 34. Very good. And suppose there were 5,000 students giving the test. Once I click on enter, automatically these two cells are going to fill up by calculating this rank and this number of students who have given the test. You can see after I fill this two up, it tells me that my rank, if this test would have been given by 50,000 people, would have been 331, and my percentile is 99.341. Suppose you want to change this thing and you want to look your performance among 1 lakh people. So all you need to do is select this cell and change this 50,000 into 1 lakh, and you are going to get a value which will be representing your rank if 1 lakh people gave the test. Okay, suppose I have reviewed till now 34 questions. I write 34 and click on enter. It is going to tell me that you have reviewed 11% of the test, and the progress bar is going to fill up till 11%. After you have completed the review, you can click tick mark on here, and also if there is any important question, you can write it down here for further review. Another thing I want to mention is that sometimes you will find that these formulas are not working. So that might happen if, for example, even though in this cell it is 0, actually it is not 0. This is the formula which is there in the cell. So therefore, suppose I click on backspace here. So now there is no formula, right? So even if you fill this up, it might not show the real value of the percentage. So in order to solve that problem, just copy paste this previous cell into this cell, or I can just come to the corner of this cell till my cursor turns into a plus sign and pull it downwards. That way the formula is going to be copied into the next cell, and therefore if you fill this up, your value is going to be shown. Similarly goes for these things. For example, I just delete this part. So now there is no formula behind these cells. In order to bring the formula, just select the previous row formula, because now we can see that this row was filled up, and just pull it, drag it downwards, and it is going to fill it up. So next we come to what other things can we do. You can see here there are a few things like percentage graph, percentile graph. So this percentages, as you can see, over time you're going to have a lot of values in this test, right, as we go down and down. So what I have done is that each and every point in this thing is being made into a graph, and you can see this thing is being tracked regarding what percentage I am getting. Similarly goes for the percentile graph. So the more the data points it is going to have, more you're going to see your progress as a graph form also. If you would like to use my tracker, the link will be down there in the description box below. And what you need to do will be that click on file here and click on make a copy. Once you click on make a copy, one copy will be saved in your Google Drive account, which you can edit by your own. So that will be the copy which you'll be able to edit, change these values, and do whatever you want. So definitely check the description box down below, and I will also link to other important links for the videos which I have already made. Thanks for going through this video, and I would really like it if you like and subscribe. There are other videos in this channel which I have published, so go through them as well. And thank you.